Hello everyone, this is NWS Columbia lead meteorologist Hunter Coleman, and this is the 6th episode of Calculating the Odds, a video series on probabilistic weather forecasting. In this episode, we will cover National Weather Service products associated with winter weather. With cold season upon us, now is a great time to review the types of products our office may issue should winter weather or extreme cold threaten the forecast area. Let's begin by covering products associated with snow and ice. Before we talk about these products, it is important to mention that the criteria for winter weather products vary between NWS forecast offices. For information on criteria outside of the NWS Columbia forecast area, please refer to your local office. When NWS meteorologists see a 50% or greater probability of winter precipitation during the 24 to 48 hour time period, they will issue a winter storm watch. For the counties covered by NWS Columbia, the Midlands of South Carolina, and the Central Savannah River Area, or CSRA of Georgia, the criteria are 2 or more inches of snow and sleet accumulation and or the potential for a quarter inch or more of freezing rain accumulation within 48 hours. Once a winter storm watch is issued, forecasters may upgrade the watch to one of 3 products within 36 hours. When NWS Columbia meteorologists see an 80% or greater probability of 2 inches or more of snow or sleet during the 12 to 36 hour time period, they will upgrade the winter storm watch to a winter storm warning. The criteria can be met during a single event or multiple events within the time period. There are also situations such as an early season event and or snow or sleet falling during a critical time of day when a winter storm warning may be issued for lower criteria. When NWS Columbia meteorologists see an 80% or greater probability of less than 2 inches of snow or sleet during the 12 to 36 hour time period, they will upgrade the winter storm watch to a winter weather advisory. A winter weather advisory may also be issued when there is 60% or greater probability of less than a quarter of an inch of freezing rain during the 12 to 36 hour time period. This product is used to highlight situations where winter precipitation could cause hazardous conditions but do not meet the criteria for a winter storm warning or an ice storm warning. Finally, an ice storm warning is issued by NWS Columbia meteorologists when there is a 60% or greater probability of a quarter inch or more of freezing rain during the 12 to 36 hour time period. The last time any of these products were issued by our office was during a series of winter storms in January of 2022. Now that we have defined the criteria for our winter weather products, the next step is to look at the probabilistic forecast data available to help meteorologists determine if a winter weather product is needed. The first data we look at are the probabilistic winter precipitation products issued by the Weather Prediction Center, WPC for short. These products are 24-hour forecasts of snowfall and freezing rain accumulations for each of 3 consecutive 24-hour periods extended 72 hours or 3 days into the future. This product allows users to select from a variety of parameters including precipitation type, time period, and amount thresholds. The following example will focus on an early season winter storm that impacted Colorado in early November 2024. During this event, an area of low pressure was expected to produce heavy snowfall across much of eastern Colorado. The day before the event, the WPC heavy snow product showed an 80 to 90% or high risk of at least a foot of snowfall in 24 hours across parts of Colorado south of Pueblo. Looking at the 48-hour forecast, probabilities have increased to 90 to 95% in parts of southern Colorado. Notice we also have a secondary risk area showing up near Colorado Springs. This region has a 40 to 50% or moderate risk of at least a foot of snowfall in the next 48 hours. Finally, we can see if there are any changes in a 72-hour forecast. In this case, the map is identical to the previous one, suggesting that the storm event will be limited to the next 48 hours. The WPC also issues a freezing rain product. In this situation, the guidance suggests that there is not a significant threat of ice, with only 2 areas showing a 10 to 20% or low risk of at least 1/100th of an inch of freezing rain. Now that we have reviewed what the WPC probabilities for snow and freezing rain were, let's see how the local office handled the event. Specifically, we will look at 2 communities in the WFO Pueblo County warning area, Trinidad in Los Animas County and Springfield in Baca County. As you can see from these 2 maps, there is a high probability of heavy snowfall in Trinidad and a low probability of both 12 inches of snow and 1/100th of an inch of freezing rain in Springfield during the next 24 hours. NWS meteorologists have access to a variety of other products available to diagnose weather events, including the experimental probabilistic precipitation portal, which we will cover next. Once NWS meteorologists look at the data, they will apply their local knowledge to come up with a best guess forecast. In this case, the differences in elevation and terrain features between Trinidad and Springfield need to be factored into the forecast. So how did NWS meteorologists handle this complex weather event? In a graphic released on social media the night before, the initial forecast called for 18 to 25 inches of snow in Trinidad and 3 to 8 inches of snow in Springfield. Their forecast discussion mentions the expected heavy snow for the area around Trinidad, but also the level of uncertainty with precipitation type and timing for Springfield. They also note the potential for heavy snow in the morning at Springfield before the expected changeover to rain. Now let's look at the probabilistic precipitation portal for a different way to view probabilistic rain and snow data. The Experimental Probabilistic Precipitation Portal, PPP for short, is a brand new tool available to NWS meteorologists and the general public. The PPP is a resource provided by the NWS to communicate the range and probability of possible precipitation amounts over the next 72 hours or 3 days. Data on this page comes from the Probabilistic Quantitative Precipitation Forecasts and the Probabilistic Winter Precipitation Forecast, updated twice daily by the WPC and derived from a variety of models. To show how this product works, we will look at an event from mid-November 2024 in Utah and the Salt Lake City forecast area. When you first visit the PPP, the default option is the expected snowfall amount, the official NWS forecast. This derives from the National Digital Forecast Database, or NDFD. This is our best guess forecast for the given time. We know some of our partners have critical thresholds and need to know the likelihood of a certain criteria being met. That is why there are a variety of options available for viewing. To best demonstrate this, we will use the forecast for Alta, Utah, located southeast of Salt Lake City, ending Monday at 12Z. The expected amount for Alta during the period is 9 inches. By comparison, the reasonable worst case scenario, the 90th percentile, is 11 inches, while the reasonable best case scenario, or the 10th percentile, is 4 inches. In our forecast area, we don't normally share the reasonable best case scenario because it is typically 0. The PPP also has the option to look at specific exceedance probabilities so that you know the probability of a certain amount being exceeded. In this example, the probability of a location seeing 6 or more inches of snowfall during the period is shown. By clicking on Alta, you can see the percentages for a given location. In this case, there is a high, or 80%, probability of Alta meeting or exceeding the 6 inch threshold. The final feature we will cover in this video is the Regional Exceedance Table. The PPP gives you an option to zoom into a specific NWS WFO. By selecting SLC Salt Lake City from the list and clicking Exceedance Table for SLC, you can see the information we covered for a variety of cities across the selected forecast area. Next up, we will cover cold weather products and changes for the upcoming winter season. This winter, several NWS products will be consolidated as part of our hazard simplification process. The Extreme Cold Watch and Wind Chill Watch are now one product. Likewise, the Extreme Cold Warning and Wind Chill Warning are now a singular product. The Wind Chill Advisory is being replaced by the Cold Weather Advisory. As we will discuss on the next slide, the criteria for these products has also changed within the NWS Columbia forecast area itself, so it is important you know which county you live and work in. A cold weather advisory is issued by NWS Columbia meteorologists when there is a potential for wind chill temperatures at or under 10 degrees or 15 degrees, depending on which county you are in. An extreme cold watch is issued by NWS Columbia meteorologists when there is potential for wind chill temperatures at or under 0 degrees or 5 degrees, depending on which county you are in. As the event draws closer, an extreme cold watch may be upgraded to an extreme cold warning. The cold weather advisory could also be upgraded to an extreme cold warning if criteria are met. Like with our winter precipitation products, these criteria vary between NWS forecast offices. For more information on criteria outside of the NWS Columbia forecast area, please refer to your local office. So what is wind chill? The wind can make cold temperatures feel even lower to people and animals outside by stripping the layer of warmth radiated from our bodies, increasing the risk of frostbite and hypothermia. The wind chill combines the forecast temperature and wind speed to estimate this risk. As the wind chill decreases, so does the time it takes for frostbite and hypothermia to develop. Using the following chart for reference, what would the wind chill be if the forecast temperature was 15 degrees with a 15 mile per hour wind? Would this forecast require an extreme cold warning? In this case, the calculated wind chill is 0 degrees, which would prompt NWS Columbia meteorologists to issue an extreme cold warning regardless of where in the forecast area it was. That will wrap things up for this episode of Calculating the Odds. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you haven't already, make sure to follow NWS Columbia on YouTube and enable notifications so you are among the first to see our latest videos. Thank you for watching. I'm NWS Columbia lead meteorologist Hunter Coleman, signing off until next time.